Welcome, everybody.
Welcome to the Qigong Showcase, where tonight you are going to meet in real time and some pre-recorded some of the amazing people who have recently graduated from our Good Morning, Good Evening certification program. They're going to be sharing with you moves so you can get up and participate. And some are going to be sharing with you why Qigong is so important to them, how it's changed their life physically, what's made a difference for them, or what's happened to their students. And you're also going to find out how, if you're looking for a face-to-face class, some of these people may be in your neighborhood and you can join their classes.
They might live right down the street from you and you didn't even know it. So hello there. I'm Tristan and this is Sabrina, and we are the co-creators of Satori Method, and we teach something called Satori Qigong, which is a process and a practice of a moving meditation that helps activate the energy, the life force energy that flows to and through our bodies. And so we created a program for these wonderful instructors, and they all went through training with us to get certified over many, many weeks, and they've been very, very dedicated. And some of them are certified in other modalities or other certifications for Qigong. And so these are some really amazing people who have dedicated themselves to improving themselves and passing these arts on to others. And so I just want to say, really, right out the gate, great job, everybody who's going to be presenting today. And thank you for sharing these arts with other people, because you really, truly are helping us spread what we love so much.
And with what's going on in the world right now, if you haven't heard, we're like crazy passionate about helping more people to do Qigong, because Qigong has been proven to help people bounce back and prevent viruses such as
And
COVID.
bacteria,
So it's so important. And then what's really great with technology, which maybe you're like me and you're like, oh, I'm not a tech person. Please just don't even talk about it. But what's amazing is that technology has helped us to bond with our certified instructors and to work with our students in a way where they have a home study course that they can access inside of our academy. And then there's trainings that they can go through that are self-paced, but then we're actually able to meet with them live on Zoom where we can see their form. So the people that you're going to meet have really worked intimately with us. We've been in each other's homes through Zoom. And we're really able to see their form and help them be the best possible teachers that they can be. Who you're going to meet tonight, many of these people are certified in multiple programs with us, Flow Form Level 1, Flow Form Level 2, and Good Morning, Good Evening Qigong Level 1. Some just the first level. So you may see a difference in the technique or the movement, but depending on how long they've been in our programs. But each and every one of these instructors can make a huge shift in your health if you listen to what they're saying.
Yeah, they really do know their stuff. And also, if you've been interested in learning to teach the energy arts, and you'll learn a lot more about them today, we do have a program for that. Obviously, these folks went through it, and we just want you to jot this link down just so you have it. That's our website, satorimethod.com/certification. Just hang on to that in case this really lights you up and you think, you know what, I'd like to come in Zoom room and have you guys teach me these arts and learn how to be an instructor and get certified and help other people and make some really beautiful, meaningful money. Okay, on that note, are you ready?
I am ready. So this first instructor that we're going to introduce you to, I'm actually going to read to you a little bit about what she does, because she's really crushing it. So she teaches group classes, private classes. She teaches at her home. She teaches at a studio in Montana. She teaches virtually private. She teaches virtually group. Her clients are in New York, California, Washington State, Washington, D.C., Vermont, and Montana.
She's global.
And she incorporates Qigong into her yoga classes and her Pilates classes, as well as just working with Qigong. She also uses Qigong in her health coaching and as homework for her massage clients. So she's a typical overachiever, which we really, really love. And she says she loves how Qigong centers people and it activates the body, reduces stress, and is just a gorgeous moving meditation. So her health coaching is a blend of Qigong, movement, massage, and talk therapy, depending on what the client needs. She says, the more I'm connected to my own health, This has become a way that I live. I notice changes in my energy, in my connection, in my reactions, and I use Qigong to reset and handle what needs to be handled. I love that. What experience did you have? Oh, she said, the reason she did the certification, she wanted to share the beauty of being able to perceive and change the energy within and the energy that we've surrounded with. And she's taught mind body skills for years, and Qigong fits into so many of the categories that are important to health.
So on that note, we are super excited to introduce you to Jane Cramen, and here she's coming at you hot from, I guess, Montana? Is she in Montana right now? We're going to find out.
Hi. I wanted to share a quick story about a current client that I'm working with. This is a woman who's in her 70s. She's never exercised consistently in her life. She has a lot of underlying conditions. And when I asked her to color in an outline of a human body, areas of tension or pain, she simply circled the whole thing. So I've been working with her on chair Qigong. Qi energy, Gong work. We've worked on rooting her soles of her feet to the earth, creating length in her spine by gently bringing her tailbone down using the image of a sky hook from the top of her head. We've worked on increasing her breath capacity, and we've worked on activating Qi, starting with the palms of the hands, as these are also major gateways of energy in the body. So we've done things so that it became real to her, that energy was flowing in her body. She felt the tingling, she felt the Qi, and then we began working on creating a Qi ball, connecting that flow of energy from one palm to the next, marrying her breath with the movement until it became very real to her that she actually had control over this. Then we began putting that Qi ball in front of major centers of the body, her power center, her heart center, her wisdom center. I've worked with this woman for about 6 sessions, and yesterday she came to me and she looked a little bit confused. She said, I don't know. She goes, I slept really well after our last session, and the next day I took a walk and I cleaned my kitchen and I didn't have to lie down. I mean, I still feel pain, but I haven't done that. That is the power of Qigong. Performance athletes can use it to focus their attention, increase their performance, and someone who's bedridden can use it as easily to heal. I love teaching it. I love helping people with it, and I invite you to learn about it as well.
First time we met Jane was in Austin, Texas, and it was just so incredible. She came out here for a deep dive training into the energy arts. And I remember there was a moment when we were getting ready for the first exercise, and we wanted to see who would raise their hand to jump in first and lead the way. And boom, Jane's hand went right up. She just lit the room up with that gorgeous smile you just saw. Mm-hmm. And she's just been so all in with the work that she does. So thank you so much, Jane. That was incredible, truly.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, next up, this is a real treat. We have a couple, Bonnie and Janine.
Yeah.
And what's really awesome about them, they live in San Diego, but all of their classes are virtual, and it's really a fusion of Qigong and wellness. But you're going to hear in this video the special work that they're doing and the way that they're incorporating Qigong into their own lives and then sharing it with their students.
All right, here we go. Bonnie and Janine coming at you.
Hey, it's Miss Bonnie.
And Janine.
A couple of years ago, we were looking for a way to decrease our stress. We own a business that takes us on the front lines of the hospitals, right on the hospital floors. And if that's not stressful enough, during this pandemic, we have really seen the stress ramp up all over. And we are so grateful we found this energy art to help us. It also helps to keep our lungs strong, which, as we all know, this is a very important thing to have today. What we're demonstrating to you is called the Qi Cross. It's quick, it's easy, and it will reset your system quickly. I'm going to hand it over to Janine now, and she's going to tell you what it's done for her.
When we found Good Morning, Good Evening Qigong, I knew I had found the answer to my anxiety. I've suffered from anxiety my whole life, and I used to get panic attacks. With this energy art, I was able to get rid of my panic attacks completely and to lessen my anxiety. Even when I have an anxious moment happen throughout the day, if I just take a couple of minutes and do one of the moves, one of the forms from Good Morning, Good Evening Qigong, it resets my system and allows me to get on with my day and be productive.
Nice. And you know what? We are on our way out the door to those hospitals right now. So thank you for this opportunity to share. Back to you.
Don't you just love them? They're the best ever. In fact, we have a surprise. One of them is going to come back in and visit with y'all a little bit later.
Well, then it's not a surprise anymore.
But you don't know which one.
Now, if you want more information on any of our instructors, because we're not going to tell you their whole bios and everything that they do during this showcase, those that have submitted the information is on our website. So all you have to do is go to satorimethod.com/instructors, and you'll get all the information on how to contact them. Now, next up, you are in for a real treat, because our next instructor, David, he's been teaching energy arts for over 30 years, energy arts and martial arts, and he's certified in the flow form and Good Morning, Good Evening Qigong, and he is such a good instructor.
He's great.
And you'll see by his use of props and things that he has on the floor, how he really helps his students to see what he's doing, both his private students, his group classes, his face-to-face, and his virtual.
I love this mini session with David. Get ready. Here he is.
Hi there, I'm David. Do you ever feel like you can't focus, can't work, like you're distracted and don't know what to do and your mind's all over the place? I get like that sometimes at work, sometimes at home, sometimes a few times a day. And it's like, exercise, that's really good. I don't have time for that. What about mindfulness? Oh, who can do mindfulness? I can't sit and focus. And then it's like, oh, there's that moving thing that's meant to be really good. Qigong, it's a health exercise that promotes wellness and well-being. It's like, okay, do that for a moment. It only takes a few minutes. And I just open my hands up and close them in front of my belly. And inside my belly, I imagine that it's like this, that it's expanding and it's closing. It's like squeezing out of a sponge, and it's refilling the sponge and breathing out. And I notice that my breathing lowers from my chest into my belly a little bit more. And I start to get more brain, and my polyvagal system starts to relax and get more regulated. And I feel a little calmer. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I can think a little bit more. And that really helps. And then I'm like, what do I do next? And then I let it rise up and connect with my heart so that I can include some kindness and caring in what I do. And then I let that settle back down and breathe to my belly. And I like, oh yeah, I know what to do. I feel calmer. I feel kinder. I'm ready to move on. It's better than a cup of coffee. And I really like my espresso. And Qigong has been shown to be really helpful with managing stress and decreasing struggles with distraction and increasing energy levels. Thank you so much for listening and giving this a try. Enjoy the rest of the showcase. Thank you, Tristan and Sabrina. Bye.
I want one of those thingies.
Don't you want one of those? David, that was so awesome. I've actually never seen one of those like that. So you're going to have to tell us where you got that. I think everybody who teaches Qigong was watching going, where did he get that? We want one of those because it's so demonstrative. It shows
like
that
a molecule. Or
yeah, and the energy expanding in those energy centers. So that was incredible. David, thank you so much for sending that in.
Yep. All right. Next up, we have a lady, and she's actually, you're going to love it. She is on the path to be a very, very good Qigong instructor. She's certified in Good Morning, Good Evening Qigong. And I love this one thing that she said to us. She says, Qigong has helped her heal from severe illness. And when you've experienced that as a teacher, you have such a powerful message to share with your students. It's helped with depression and anxiety, and it helps me maintain and manage my resilience physically, emotionally, and energetically. And she uses it to manage pain. And you're going to see that Her technique is excellent. She has programs that she incorporates Qigong with, as well as working on a program that is just solely Qigong. It is, do you know?
It's Julie.
It's Julie.
Here she comes. Enjoy, everybody.
Hey, are you ready to ring the temple bells? My name is Julie, and I'm so excited to share my love of Qigong with you. Let's give our organs some love. Come on and join me. We're going to be using our hands on our back, under our ribs, where our kidneys are. Also on our front, under our ribs, where the liver is, and the spleen and pancreas. Let's take a nice working stance now. Feet shoulder width apart. Knees slightly bent with toes turned in. Tailbone elongated and dropped. Stretch up tall through the head. Take a deep breath. Enjoy this good grounding posture. Curl your hands into relaxed fists and start swinging your torso left and right, letting your arms naturally swing and strike your body. This starts your cerebral spinal fluid flowing, and it awakens, activates, and oxygenates all your organs. Give your organs some love for all the service they've given you through your whole life. Now, as I do this, my body says, my colon says, hey, what about me? So I'm going to lower my hands and strike my colon a little bit, because that's where I needed the healing the most. And this is ringing the temple bells. Let's prepare to wrap it up. Bring your feet together. Raise your arms slowly to the heavens. Take a deep breath. Let your arms slowly drift down, smoothing out all the energy, preparing to have a beautiful and wonderful, energized day. I hope your body and you enjoyed ringing the temple bells as much as I did. Namaste.
I felt energized and relaxed just watching
I'm happy.
her energy. Julie, you're freaking-tastic. Seriously, like the energy that you bring, the playfulness, the education, the clarity, and just your movements. They
Potential,
visually brought me into flow state. That was gorgeous.
All right. So next up, we're going to have a little conversation with one of our Qigong instructors who is certified in the flow form and good morning, good evening. And she has a little special story. She's the mother of 4. And I think what she shares will tell her story. She just so you know, her technique is so good. She's a beautiful technician. She has a yoga background. She moves like a dancer. And I really love her mission and her message.
All right. Well, you get to meet Jessica. Here we go.
Hi, my name is Jessica. I teach prenatal Qigong, and I was first introduced to Qigong when I participated in the Energy Detox and Reboot series. I had just given birth to my 3rd daughter, my 3rd birth in just over 3.5 years, and my body was so fatigued. I was so tired, and I was healing, and I was just really impressed by what I was learning in the series. Just a couple moves and I was starting to feel different, right? I thought this was really cool. All of a sudden I'm feeling more energy. I'm feeling a bit more grounded. So I checked out their Good Morning, Good Evening Home Study course. I purchased that, and that became my daily routine. It was so important to be able to get myself in the right mindset. It increased my energy, it cleared my head, it helped me really show up for my family. And then with the Good Evening Qigong, I was able to calm things down, calm my body down, calm my mind down, and be able to go to sleep and make the most of the opportunity that I had to rest, which sometimes wasn't very long, right, with the newborn. So it really impressed me with the power of the movements. And so I became certified to teach, and I was able to get deeper into the movements, and it's amazing. It really is. It's for any age. You don't have to be in one situation or another. There's something to benefit everyone, and it's so gentle. I wish I'd had this when I was pregnant because it's just so easy. But now that I'm I have a busy life and I have young children always wanting my attention, I really can calm myself down, give myself the energy and the grounding. And, and I'm helping my stress levels and my immune system. It's wonderful. I'm so grateful. It's just great stuff.
3 kids. How do you? 4.
I think she had a 4th.
Whether it's 3 or 4, that's a lot. Incredible energy, incredible presence, incredible technique. Seriously, Jessica, I mean, we're very grateful that you're out there helping the moms and doing the prenatal work that you're doing, and that you can show up so beautifully for your family, because I can't imagine, I honestly can't imagine having 3 or 4 kids.
Dogs.
We've got 2 dogs is enough, more than enough for me. We have friends who have kiddos that have a couple of kids, and I can see how much energy it requires. And you seem so tapped in and energized from the work that you're doing. So you're an incredible walking testament for
and you're going to
the
be
power of
able to
Qigong.
help so many women.
Yes.
Not only take care of their own bodies, but also be the person they want to be for their family. Because when our energy is depleted, for me, not only am I tired, I'm snippy, I'm short, I lack patience. So I love the work that you're doing. And I hope those of you watching that are interested in prenatal Qigong will definitely check her out on our website.
All right, this is exciting. We are flying someone all the way from Australia into the Zoom room. And here she comes. Hello, Joe O'Reilly. Now, Joe O'Reilly. Hi, dear. Can you hear us well?
I can hear you. Can you hear me well?
I can hear you too.
Yeah.
Now you're a Kiwi, but you're transported to Australia, yes?
Yes, I am. I can't let the Aussies claim me. I'm still a Kiwi. My mother would say, always be a Kiwi.
Got it. Well, I love it. And I love you, and I love the work you're doing. And you and I have something in common with pain and back stuff. I know that one took you down for the count like it did me. And I'd just love for you to share a little before you get into the movements. Like, what was the quick version of the journey, if you don't mind, from the pain and the back and how you're doing today?
Yeah, sure. So I had a fall. I've actually had back injury since I was about 18, but it was a fall that led to 3 years of pain and then having 2 spinal surgeries, which they failed. I ended up with nerve pain and then suffered for 14 years with chronic pain, basically, taking 25 plus pills a day. And it's just so hard when you're in that area or that debilitating pain all the time. It just begins to consume you. So it was actually coming across one of your energy programs, and I'd heard about Qigong years before, but then I started working with you, Tristan. I heard your story, and it gave me hope that I could heal. If you could heal and be doing martial arts again, it just inspired me that I could heal my body, and just incredible that I've got the movement that I have today.
It's so beautiful that you are doing what you're doing. You're such a beautiful teacher. You're such a beautiful human, and you have so much to share. And I'm so grateful these energy arts have helped you as much as they have. That was the deal with the divine that we made. Like, let's get these arts into more lives. So what do you have for us today? We're excited to see.
I would like to show you today, I'm doing the Qi Cross, which is part of the evening Qigong. It is one of my most favourite katas, and that's probably a bit of a lie because they're all my favourites. Which one to choose, I wasn't sure. But this particular one I just find so powerful in that you can go within, and I'd love to share that with you today.
Please take it away. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much. So we're just going to bow into everybody. Welcome to Melbourne, everyone, and thank you guys for allowing us to be a part of this extravaganza. I'm very grateful. So we're going to start in Muji, as we always do. Palms are open, chest is, heart center is open, knees slightly bent, tush sinking down a little bit, a lovely tall spine. Take a nice deep breath in and release it out. As we step out, getting centered, finding your balance, we are just going to scoop down in front of our body, lifting the chi up. Our palms are facing the body and lifting up to our third eye. I want you to imagine there's a wee bit of space between your palms, and I'd love you to imagine just a beam of light just seeping into that third eye as we move it down, back down through all our centers, and feel that beautiful golden light just washing through as the hands slowly reach down to our lower dantian. They just open out again, scooping that beautiful chi up, lifting it, and just letting it glide down. Close your eyes and just feel that golden light as it's shining through. Such a beautiful, powerful move as we go through. Allowing the hands just to relax at the bottom as we one more time scoop that up, that precious chi, and just let it glow down, flow down, lighting up all those energy centers and filling the entire body, recharging that central line. You can just relax your hands back out. Beautiful deep breath, and just notice how you feel. I'm just all a tingle. Just enjoy it, and we can come back to center. Just integrating all that beautiful chi energy.
Gorgeous. Thank you so much. I hope everyone at home is following along. That is absolutely one of my favorite moves as well, Joe. I know they're all our favorite. When you dive in, you just love them all. But that one is super powerful. So I hope you guys took some notes and did that with Joe, because that one aligns the chakras very, very beautifully. And I have to say, I love the sound of your voice. I could listen to your voice all day long.
I was thinking Joe the Pro.
Joe the Pro. I changed on my cell phone the accent to sound
Siri.
Yes, thank you.
Kiwi. Woohoo!
Sounds like you, Joe.
But what's funny is I say in English, "Hey Siri," and she says yes. But the Australian or whoever you have, he goes, "Hey Siri," and she goes, "Mm-hmm."
It's a bit cheeky.
We got attitude down here. We got attitude.
All right. Well, thank you again. That was gorgeous,
So
beautiful
good.
flow, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Have a beautiful day.
You guys enjoying? Are we having a good time here? We've got more coming your way, so please stay tuned. Keep engaging. Keep using the chat to let us know what you're learning, what you're liking. Give some love to these instructors. Who's up next?
Next up is a young woman named Anne, and whenever we speak to Anne, she often says, "You know, I got started in the energy stuff later in life because, you know, there's me who had a vision boards at 17 taped to all the walls, and that's what happened to me." But she's like, "I discovered it later." But boy, has she made up for it. And you'll see her move. And she's such a beautiful soul. She moves so beautifully. She has really practiced. And she is teaching group classes, virtually and in person. And it's purely Qigong. And one of the things she says is that she finds it extremely effective to calm herself at bedtime. And she had an injury that didn't let her attend a yoga retreat, and somehow that led her to do something more gentle, and that she plans on doing Qigong to her very last breath.
I'm with her on that one. Welcome everybody, Anne Broussard.
Hello everyone. Thank you very much for the invitation, Tristan and Sabrina. Anyone that wants to join me, please get up and we'll get right into it. We'll be doing a movement where we tense our body to release some tension. You would squeeze the feet, the knees, the buttocks, the torso, the arms. So please stand up, join your feet together, Take a breath in, bring your arms in front of you and squeeze everything. Bleed off the breath. Tristan looks cuter than me when he does that, but I'm still doing it. Okay, one more time. Bring your arms in front, squeeze. Breathe in, bleed off the breath. This movement is part of a routine that you can do before you go to bed for a beautiful, restful sleep. Now what you do is wipe off this toxic energy that came to surface on your body, flicking it off, getting rid of it. I love Qigong because I can practice it anywhere and I get to do gentle movements. I can do more vigorous movements. It contributes to my well-being, to an awesome immune system, and I now practice it every day, morning and night. It's I've been introduced to it in the last decade, and it's very, very healing. Then after this movement, you would be going to, you've done the cleansing, part of the cleansing, then you would be doing Tai Chi arms, which would be part of calming your system. Like Qigong can be so calming and soothing and brings me back to center. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed. Back to you, Tristan and Sabrina.
I started to breathe with Anne, and I started to get so calm. I was like, whoa, wait, I've got to stay up.
One thing that Anne
awesome.
said that I'll never forget in one of the classes, because when we're going through the certification, we talk about a lot of things that aren't in the home study courses. And this was about nutrition and health and water and what you do upon rising. And she had a certain way she said it, but she said, I give my organs a shower first thing in the morning as soon as I wake up.
That's it.
And she was saying she
Great
wakes up
analogy.
and she drinks a liter of water or whatever she drinks first thing in the morning. But I love that she said she gives them a
That's
shower.
what you're doing. You're cleansing,
think
like
about it
taking
every
a
day.
shower.
Yeah.
Your organ system. I would have to say that, Anne, you're doing a fantastic job of demonstrating the flow.
Absolutely.
You're keeping your body strong, which is something I love to see people who love Qigong, and they also like to have muscle on the body as well. We're very much like that, and all of our instructors are. They're in great shape. They take care of themselves. It's gentle and yin and soft, but it's also yang and powerful and strong. And so
Yep.
you did a great job
Bone
of
density.
showcasing
Great bone
the
density.
two together like that. Now, for those of you who are interested in what we do and how we teach, this is a link that you're going to want to write down, satorimethod.com/certification. We do have one coming up a little bit later in September. And
Just like a couple weeks.
in a couple of weeks, and it will be in the flow form. So you're seeing some of the movements from the flow form today demonstrated, and you can learn for yourself just to have deep personal energy mastery like you're seeing with these ladies, and you'll be meeting, and gentlemen, David, and you're going to meet Doug in a little while. And you can also learn to teach it. Okay, so we're pretty darn good at teaching you how to teach.
And
as
also
well.
by teaching, what our big message right now is you learn correctly so you can share it with your parents, so you can
Right.
share it with your children, your cousins, your church
Grandparents.
group. Right? It doesn't have to be a business, but the more we can share this, the more everyone's immune system gets stronger and people chill out.
We all
right?
need that, man.
Because there's a lot of hate going on if you look online, us versus them, and in politics and health in so many different ways, and this really helps ground, and you can feel the oneness with everyone regardless of their opinion of anything.
It really raises your consciousness as well as takes care of the energy of the body. Okay, who is up next?
Well, how about Kimmy?
Kimster. Are you ready, Kim? Are you going to come on? Is she
No.
coming live?
No, well, let me just tell you a little bit about Kim. Kim is certified Flow Form 1, Flow Form 2, and Good Morning, Good Evening Qigong.
She's all in.
Not only does she teach Qigong, I know that she was teaching in person with Janine for a while in San Diego, but she teaches virtually. She works one-on-one with clients as well as group, but she also blends Qigong with other things like hypnotherapy, Reiki, and EFT. And one
And
of the
that's
things
what's great about this modality. It blends really well with others.
that she said is that Qigong has improved her overall health, vitality, and well-being on so many levels, but it's deepened her awareness of her whole self and helped. It's been a gateway for a deeper spiritual awakening. And that's what's so beautiful about Qigong. And we talk about it in the Energy Detox and Reboot event. Because it's like, well, how can it be that some people had frozen shoulder and now they don't? And some people's knees wouldn't bend and now they do. And some people couldn't sleep and now they do. And some people couldn't poop and now they do. How can it help with so many things? And we always laugh and say that, it depends on where your energy is blocked. Number one, you get rid of those blocks, and then where you want the attention to go. So for Kim, that spiritual awakening is such a priority in her life. Of course, she's going to send the area to that. And I think that really comes through in her teachings that you're going to see right now.
Okay, Kimster, here we go.
Hi there, and I want to thank Trisbrina for having me here to share our love for the beautiful art of Qigong. I'm going to be demonstrating the accordion. And what we're going to be doing here with the accordion is building energy in our 3 energy centers. We're going to start with the lower dantian right here, our belly. Relationship with self. Strength, vitality. What we're doing here, our palms are facing each other, and we're going to inhale as the palms move away from each other, and then exhale as they come together. And I'm going to ask you to visualize building this beautiful golden ball of energy right here between your palms. And as we exhale, we're compressing that energy. Okay. Put a smile on your face. And now pick up that beautiful golden ball of energy and bring it up to our heart center. Heart center, relationship with others. Opening our heart to more love and joy. Sharing that love and joy with others. And drop that smile from your face right down into your heart. Okay, now we're going to take this beautiful golden ball of energy to our wisdom center. The same movement, cultivating that energy now in our wisdom center. Wisdom center is our relationship with all there is, with Source, working with our mind, clarity, opening up to intuition. Okay, we're just playing with the energy now. We've built energy in each of our power centers. And just drop your hands down to your sides, close your eyes, and check in. Do you feel that energy? Okay, with that, I'm going to toss it back to Trisbrina. Bye now.
I love you, Kim. Your energy's so light and playful. I love that big smile that you brought to the equation. Yeah. And I love that you talked about the 3 energy centers, the 3 relationships. Awesome.
Yep. Again, remember, if you want to know more about the instructors, it's satorimethod.com/.
Oh, you want the instructor so we can, I apologize, I clicked the wrong link.
If you want to be an instructor,
if you want to be one, go to the other link. This is where you go to learn more about all of the instructors and their websites and things like that. Okay.
All right. Up next is another woman that you can just listen to her voice and chill out.
I already know who it is.
She's I love the way that she teaches. She has used Qigong and she's overcome lower back pain and hip pain and maintaining highly improved flexibility. I remember one time she taught the movement in a previous event that helped her get more flexibility in a shoulder that had been stiff. And she says that recently she's been finding that Qigong helps with menopause symptoms. Hello. And she incorporates it with life coach. She's a meditation teacher, a hypnotherapist, an energy healer. She does tarot cards and human design guide. So again, a typical underachiever that we tend to attract.
Is this who I think it is? Oh, it's a total badass. Here we go.
My name is Moira. I work with people to really help them find their own rhythm, to find balance on what I'd like to think about, helping you find your sense of well-being on all 4 pillars of you. And what I mean by that is 4 pillars is your physical well-being, your emotional well-being, your mental well-being, and your spiritual well-being. I, in my own practice, really love doing Qigong because it actually helps you get all 4 of those. So you get to check in with how is your body feeling? How are you feeling emotionally? What's going on in your head? How are you connected with source energy? however that means for you. So I'd love for you to just feel into one of my favorite ways to wrap up the energy of a day is to do what we call hookups, and it's just an energetic check-in to balance yourself. So try this with me. All you do is put your feet about a little bit wider than shoulder width, and you're going to have your palm facing your lower dantian. That's the area just below your belly button, so it's just going to hang there. And then you're going to sweep your arm up over your head. Nice deep breath. And then you're going to switch those hands, and you can see we're making a wee bit like a yin and yang sign here. So we're balancing our emotional and mental and spiritual. And then this time around, you still hand over your lower dantian, but this one over your third eye area. And then again, with nice breathing. This helps you not only check in with how are you doing physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, but it calms your entire cellular system down. Thank you so much again to Tristan and Sabrina. I love and appreciate you, and back to you.
I love the level, the depth of your learning, your integration of other arts, the way that you look at the holistic experience, the body, the mind, emotions. The love.
You can feel the love oozing out of everything that she's
We're having a love fest over here. People are writing that in the chat right now. They're feeling the joy. They're feeling the love. Energy is a real thing. That's what lights us up, is to share this love.
And when you think about it, I think one of the reasons those of us who have been with each other, like creating this showcase and other showcases that we've done, is these people just like us, like, what is Qigong? I don't know what that is. And they gave it a go, and they dove all in, and they experienced something magnificent enough that they were like, I want more. I want more. Hey, I want to spend some more time doing this and sharing it with other people and teaching with other people.
Yeah,
I experienced a transformation, some physically, some emotionally, and I want to share this with others. So it's a journey. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, oh my gosh, they're so coordinated, may not have always been that way, right? True. They're so articulate. It is something that is learned, that you can learn. So if you're sitting there thinking, I would really like to learn this, I would like to be able to do this, I want to share this with my family, know that it may take a few months. It's not a magic wand, like anything.
It's pretty magical, but you do have to work the craft.
Yeah, and always do it for you.
Yeah.
And then from that beautiful place, share it with others. And I think that's a pretty perfect segue for our next person.
It is. I'm going to just pipe one little thing in, because you've seen several people already, and just know that they're human beings just like all of us. They've had nerves. They had some stress, a little bit of fear, figuring out technology. How do I make a video?
They may have filmed that thing 55 times.
They had to figure out how to film a video, how to send a video. Oh, I'm going to be in front of other people. Yeah. And they use their energy arts to cleanse all that. They took their shower, their energy shower, and they showed up and they did it. How beautiful. Okay, who's up next?
Well, up next, I'm going to say is a kind of one of our very polished teachers, meaning
she's polished.
They have experience being in front of a group and teaching not just Qigong, but other skills. She is a neuro coach.
Yes,
so she has a great passion about the brain. She also has experienced a lot of challenges or gifts with her family life and dealing with some people with
different conditions,
mental disabilities, and having to be the child of that, and which sometimes makes you the parent of that. And she just has such a passion for helping others in a similar situation to her. And I feel like she has practiced and so put her heart into this. She's flow form level 1, flow form level 2, good morning, good evening Qigong, and she's well on her way to developing a business. And just really excited to have you meet her.
Well, dear friends, welcome Diana Serber. Here she goes.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here to share how Qigong has changed my life. And it really happened when I learned to put the mindfulness into the movement. And it doesn't just happen automatically. And let me show you what I mean with an example from our Good Morning kata. And this is when we build the protective shield with the chi that we've built and awakened. This is what might be a good pace. But what I learned that when I slow the movement way down, I become aware of all the little muscles I'm using, and my brain can send signals and build pathways. And oh, how does it feel? It feels pretty good, almost like a massage from the inside, these wonderful circular movements. And by paying attention and training my brain that this is good, it feels good, and it's not something just I should do for my health, then my brain has started making it a habit for me. And so now I come out here in the mornings. I love to do it in the mornings with the birds singing, and I feel the breeze. And I just go deeply inside the experience. And that is like a little vacation, and I feel so peaceful and rested and energized afterwards. And it just lets me jump into my day with more energy and a better mood, so I can face the challenges that come and respond in a more healthy way. So I hope this has made you curious about exploring Qigong, and thank you for playing with me today. Back to you.
Love it. Thank you. What a gorgeous setting. And it made me realize how wonderful Qigong is, that you don't need to do it in a gym. You don't need a studio. In fact, it's more favorable to go outside, spend time in nature, listen to the sounds, smell the air, smell the freshness of the day, be in that natural state. You'll enjoy the Qigong, the Tai Chi moves even more. Obviously, you don't want to do it where it's too cold or too hot. So in a nice environment like Diane was just in, which is beautiful. All right, so we're going into the green room right now, and we're going to bring another incredible instructor in, and can't wait to introduce you.
She mainly teaches group, but some private. She focuses on adults and seniors. She said when she tried to teach Qigong to kids, they said, "When do we kick?" That's so funny, because I taught ballroom and Latin dancing for many years, and if I got too young, the kids would be like, "Ew, I don't want to touch him or her." And then you got to that age where they were too eager to touch, and then they got a little older and it was okay.
What a navigation. All right, welcome Sandra Mitchell, everybody. Here
Come
she
on
is.
down.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
I love your studio. I always tell you how much I love it. You got dual yin and yangs going on in the background there. Tell us a little bit about you, what you do in this space. I know you're a teacher, obviously, under us, and other things you do. Tell everyone a little bit about, your journey and what you're planning to share today.
Okay, well, I was teaching in person for many years, and then when COVID hit, I had to learn all about Zoom, like all the rest of us have had to do. And my sister, who's in Scotland, was on Zoom, and she helped me set this up, a little to the right, a little to the left. It took a couple of hours to do just this little thing here. And I teach some groups of young adults who have mental disabilities. And this I find just so rewarding. There's about 20 of them in the group, and they're all doing their own separate things. And then at one moment, the energy just comes together, and it's just beautiful. It's an amazing thing to see, and it lets me know I'm doing the right thing, and I should go back again.
Nothing better than knowing you're doing what you're meant to be doing, and that you can bring something of great value to people. What are you bringing to the showcase today for us?
Okay, I'm going to do, like everyone says, a wonderful movement, and they're all wonderful. This one is storing chi from the Good Morning series.
Go for it.
Okay, I just spent 10 days on the West Coast. I'm in Montreal here with 2 preschool grandchildren. Now that takes energy. Qigong provides this energy. And then at a certain point, it's whoa, I need to be on my own. I need time out. Qigong provides that as well. So what I like to do is to get into this nice movement. We'll start in the neutral position, nose and navel in the same line. You breathe in through the nose and out through your mouth, and just relax. Take a step round about hip width, but whatever is comfortable for you today. And we're going to begin our movement, bringing up Qi, and you have a bowl filled with Qi. You bring it right up, all the way up your body, and pour this Qi right into the top, into the center of your head. Come together in front and let the Qi percolate down through all the Dantian. You're breathing in as you go up, a little pause at the top, and out as you come down. Here comes a cat to enjoy the Qi. Now, you don't want to be bending down too far. You don't need to. You want to stay nice and steady there. Feel the movement coming up the joints of your legs, up your body, up through the joints of the arms and the fingers, and right inside your head. The shoulder blades slide together and down, slide apart, sorry, and down you come for more Qi. And I'm going to give some to the cat whilst I'm here and bring it right up on top of the head. And you feel wonderful tingling when you get up there. Breathing out gently as you go down. And we'll just do one more. Feel the movement physically, each joint right up through your body. Feel it through your arms, into the top of your head. Shoulder blades slide apart, lungs expand, and breathing out. And we'll just find a space to get back to neutral. Breathing in and breathing out. And the beautiful thing about Qigong is your feeling is different every time. It never gets old. And it helps us not to feel too old either. So I hope you enjoy the discovery of Qigong. Thank you.
Oh, Sandra, that was so awesome. First of all, great instruction. And secondly, your kitty did the perfect demonstration of what happens when we practice Qigong, because animals are so sensitive to energy. And I can't tell you how many people tell us, either in the chat or Zoom, my dog just came over, my cat just came over, my birds are chirping. They love the Qi. And so what's your cat's name?
Kieran.
Well,
Kieran. It's a strange name. It means little black thing.
It's a beautiful name. Was obviously feeling your Qi. So
even standing up as you were rising.
Right.
Like, I was thinking as like a producer of a show, like, oh, it was a perfect take.
Thank you so much for being here and sharing today.
You are amazing, amazing teacher. We're just so proud of what you're doing and the people that you're helping.
Yeah, 100%.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, everybody. So we are flowing along here. This is a lot of fun. And now you know how much pets love the Qi. And, you know, when you get your hands filled with that Qi, you can put that, they'll come right over to you. Just put that Qi on your pets and they will love it. In fact, we'll do a demonstration of how much Winston is a Qi junkie. He's a Qi junkie. He loves the Qi all day long. He just likes to be petted, doesn't he? Mwah! All right. Well, dear friends, thank you for joining us. Don't worry, it's not over. There's more coming your way. Who's up next?
Okay, next we have a couple that actually filmed this a little bit earlier because like us, they were quarantined, or like you, quarantined for COVID, but their immune systems are strong. They're certified in Flow Form 1, Flow Form 2, and then Good Morning, Good Evening. And what they do is really interesting because they use Qigong. Qigong is so much about the breath work, and they work with singers, and they help singers to have deeper breaths, hold the notes longer, and overcome fear and stage fright with Qigong. So welcome to the stage, Beth and Doug.
Hi, everybody. I'm Beth.
And I'm Doug.
And it's so great to be here on the Trisbrina Show, right?
That's right.
And we're going to move and we're going to talk a little bit about Qigong. So let's get moving here.
All right.
This particular move is from the flow form called Leaf Blowing in the Breeze. Happens to be one of my favorites.
And it's one of mine too. It helps us with the mental focus and flexibility. Here we go. It's a beautiful form. Here's we're picking up Earth's chi, celebrating it through the body. Here we go. And then we're going to pass it to the other hand as we balance our whole body.
Wonderful, but please don't let the smoothness of this move limit your perception of how Qigong builds strength and power.
This energy art has helped us with our life as professional singers.
Yes.
And even in our master classes, we teach at least 15 minutes of Qigong.
That's right, that's right.
To help the breath control. It's amazing.
Yes, and now as teachers of Qigong, we have seen many of the students in our classes discovering that energy connection to mind, body, and spirit, and it's so gratifying.
And also one of our students had some really health problems, and he had problems with his hemoglobin. And after these exercises, he said that he is back to perfect health. Wonderful. And also another student said that this exercises has saved her life.
Wow, that's really important.
Really. And it's helped our stamina.
Our stamina, yes, our stamina has really skyrocketed, and that is so good because we have two 80-pound dogs, golden doodles, and they take a lot of stamina to keep up with.
Yeah, and now we can go on our walks and we don't even fall.
That's great. A good thing. Okay, well, thank you, Trisbrina. Bye, everybody.
Bye for now.
They're so cute. You cracked me up. They came to Austin for an event, and being such incredible singers, we put them on the spot and we asked them to sing opera for us and everybody. And it was incredible. And they just bring a joy and a light. So thank you guys for being part of this. Very, very cool. Okay, so we are now moving. Where are we heading next? We're going to Karen, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay, Karen is a beautiful soul.
She's probably asleep right now.
Yes, it's very late where she lives. She's on the whole other side of the world. Karen had a really incredible Qigong journey and a big breakthrough that we witnessed this year.
Yeah.
She was completing one certification, and there was a lot going on, like so many of us have had.
A lot going on in her family and in her relationships.
Well, this was a big relationship situation. I won't give any details, but other than to say, have you ever had one of those relationship dramas where it just really throws you off and you can't focus correctly?
Trying to figure out who are you now?
Who are you now? And it's really hard to be in your body and to perform. Well, Karen, because this situation was happening, she came to her certification to take the exam. And it just wasn't happening for her. She was forgetting the movements. She was feeling off. And we could see that she was really struggling. Now, of course, just for going through that, showing up and doing it anyway, A+ for effort.
And she was already working as a coach.
Yeah.
So just so you know, like, it doesn't matter what's going on or where you are in your life and how other people perceive you. When you go up against something that rips open your heart, none of us are able to kind of function.
It can throw anyone off, no matter. So that's the beauty of being consistent with the work, which is what's so beautiful about what happened to Karen, was she kept doing her Qigong. She kept working the craft, as we like to call it. She even signed up for another certification because she said, I just want to keep going. I want to go deeper and I know I can get there. And we were like, okay, we're going to trust that this will work out for her. And we know that she's got the integrity and the drive to get there. So she did the second certification. And I'll tell you what, when she showed up for that, it was like a completely different person. She shared a very beautiful story at the end of that session about what she went through.
Yeah.
And all I can say is these energy arts and the dedication of the individual and the soul to master their life and their energy is incredible.
Yeah.
I want to introduce you to Karen.
And there's never a rush, like when you're going through our certification programs. You have a year to take the exam if you want to or not. Some people do it. And some of the people that you're seeing tonight really are doing this for their own personal health or to help with their family. Others are doing it for their business. And it really is what works for them. Karen, as a coach, wants to incorporate it into what she is working with her clients on.
All right, let's welcome Karen. Here we go.
Hi there everyone, this is Karen Cochran-Hall here, and I'm a business and tax consultant, a crystal healing therapist, and a Qigong instructor. And I wanted to share something very quick with you today, combining a little bit of crystal therapy. Okay, I always like to do my Qigong with crystals. So this is Big Qi Love. This is rose quartz for absolute Big Qi love. And what I wanted to do was share a quick technique that I do in my office. So I wanted to show you something that you don't have to have any fancy clothes, any fancy equipment, and it takes a very brief period of time. So very quickly, let's move the Qi, warm up the Qi, all right? And let's literally clap over the body as I'm doing. Okay, you can do this for as long as you want until you feel really, really energized. The back here, oh, that is so good. The other side, down around here. Okay, and the last bit, I think you can see just in that little bit in the small of your back. Okay, do a couple of little fisticuffs there. Oh, that is so good. Now, obviously I'm limited today to 2 minutes, okay? But if you want more tips, that feels so good. I feel my whole body tingling. I'm sending you so much love, big Qi. May God bless you. Take care.
Yay for crystals. You have some funny crystal stories. We don't have time for them, but Sabrina used to tape them to her body.
Yeah, I was trying to get as much done at one time when I was like 20 years old. I wanted to do affirmations and visualizations and meditation and crystals. So I would tape an amethyst, a rose quartz. I had a double-ended quartz crystal that I kept in my bra. I had a, what was it called? Hermatite, something like that. Something in my belly button. They were everywhere. They were taped to me so that I could do my affirmations while I had
You're such an aggregator. Well, thank you for that, Karen. And thank you for really proving the power of Qigong. And you did that so beautifully when you demonstrated your certification exam. So awesome job. Who is up next? I think I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling a person whose name begins with N.
Yes, yes,
okay,
yes.
Tell us about Miss Nancy Rose.
Miss Nancy teaches group and private classes, mainly virtual right now, but she hopes to add in person very soon. She lives in Canada. And I think what's really interesting, she was a dental hygienist making this major career transition from neurocoaching and adding Qigong. And she wants to integrate these teachings into her breakthrough coaching program. And that's where she supports women who are going through career changes midlife. And that's what so often happens, right? Like whatever you experience, like with Tristan, with the back injury, he had a terrible back injury, and that's what launched us into the Qigong. So at first we were really focusing on the physical healing aspect of it. So it's so beautiful to teach in the lane that you've experienced yourself.
Absolutely. Okay, everybody, welcome to the showcase, Nancy Rose.
Thank you for that warm introduction. I'm just going to share a short story about why I love Qigong and how it's helped me in my life. Back in 2018, I had really low energy and I was like in a little bit of a stuck point in my life. And I started practicing Qigong through the Satori Method Academy. And soon after, I did find I did have more energy, but I also found a lot more benefits to my health as well. I had more muscle balance, strength, and flexibility. And I used to have high blood pressure at times in my life. And when I started practicing Qigong and I noticed my blood pressure was high, I would take it before and after, and I noticed it significantly reduced it by like 10 points one day. It was just amazing to see the actual physiological benefits, how quickly it can release the nervous system. So I'm super excited. Highly recommend practicing Qigong for mental clarity and focus and all these other wonderful benefits as well. I used to practice yoga for 10 years before doing Qigong and meditation, but Qigong has significantly deepened my meditation. It's like a moving meditation that helps tap into your connection that much faster and deeper than anything I've ever tried before. So I highly recommend it. I love it, and I'm super excited to teach it to others now. So back to you, Tristan, Sabrina. Thank you.
Well, I tell you what, Nancy was getting some rave reviews in the chat about her beautiful hair. Qigong helps have beautiful hair. And her gorgeous top. And I'm going to give you some kudos for your awesome studio, because I love the set. We teach people how to set up their room, set up their studio for filming, and your room looked great. Great play. I don't know if you teach Qigong in there, but you could and you should. The books, everything is just super world-class professional. Loved it.
Yep.
So we are moving on.
Well, next we have a young lady who's just up the holler from us, just like
the holler,
just about 150 miles away from us here in Texas.
Oh, I know
and
who this
she
is.
teaches mainly on Zoom, which she says it's so awesome to teach virtual because many of her students are in different time zones, so that you can work with them wherever you do. And I want to read you what she said, like why she got certified. She said she caught herself thinking that she might as well give up because she can't move without pain, and her mind was shutting down along with her body. But once she started Qigong, her attitude and physicality started to gradually change. And it was a no-brainer to get certified. It did it for me. I did it for me, and I never thought I would teach, but now I love sharing it with my students and watching the improvements in their own life. I just want to say, this next person, her name is Madeline. She's one of my very favorite people. I actually can't look at a video of Madeline without smiling, and you're going to see why. She's so funny and she's so bubbly, and she has, and I mean this as a real compliment, it's almost like she has a toddler manifesting through her body because she has that much joy. And we've been blessed that she's come to Austin and worked with us. And she's a fantastic teacher, the way she blends it with her deep spiritual connection.
Okay, everybody, welcoming Madeline Kennedy
and her zebra print.
The showcase with zebras.
Hi, Tristan and Sabrina. I just love working and learning with you guys, so much so that I now have 3 certifications in Qigong. So I'm excited. I want to share one of my favorite moves with you, which is spinning the microcosmic orbit. And I have a story to tell you about this move. So we just scoop up Qi, have your knees out, and bring that energy up the back of your spine, up and then out, drop it out, and then it goes down the front of you. So it's slow moving up your back, up the spine, up, out of the top of your head, over the top of your head, and down. So one of my students had a question the other day, and she said, we're not getting enough energy for the back. I don't feel like the back's getting any energy. And I said, okay, let's do the microcosmic orbit. We started doing this, the whole group, and put the focus and the intention on where the energy is going. And she realized, oh my God, she could feel it going up her spine, through each one of the chakras, through all the organs, out and around, and she just loved it. So that was an interesting aha for my students. I really love working with them. Not only does it help them, it helps me. The other thing that happened the other day was my doctor gave me a call and she said, you know, I watched one of your videos and I didn't think much about it at first because it just seemed too simple. And she said, but honestly, Madeline, I have to tell you, when I got through with that, I loved it. I felt so much better. So sign me up. I want to be one of your regulars. So these moves look simple, but they're powerful. So welcome, enjoy some Qigong with us, and enjoy the rest of the show. Love you guys. Bye for now.
Love you too, Madeline. And when you get your doctor to enroll in your classes, you know you're doing something right.
Yeah.
As well as the bubbly, and I loved your outfit, the innocence, the pure love innocence. Yeah. They're such beautiful people that are practicing Qigong. I think it's just a natural fit. We're drawn to these energy arts because they just feel like a perfect fit. Yeah. Not everybody wants to do the rah-rah stuff. We want something more soothing and calming. But as you could see, we had some very athletic, strong people doing Qigong with athletics as well. So it marries beautifully to the soft, gentle, as well as the strong.
And I remember Madeline said in another showcase, you know, this isn't something that you only do till you're 60 or that you only do till you're 65. This is something that you keep doing and continue doing.
And I love how it's transformed her health, where she was feeling like throwing in the towel.
Yeah.
And now she's teaching.
Yeah, I had a student that came to us that told me, I just started believing what people said, that once I was, I think she was 63, things just hurt. That's just the way it is. Yeah. And she said, after working with us and the pain went away, she said, I think I'm just so grateful for meeting you guys and going through the program, because otherwise I would have believed that that's just the way it is. Right. It never would have occurred to me that through this movement, my body would stop having pain. And then she actually lost 13 pounds and she feels so much better about herself too.
It's so incredible for us to watch people transform. And those of you who are teaching, you guys get it, you know, and the more you learn how to get yourself out there, like you're doing tonight, showing up on the showcase, getting the exposure, feeling comfortable teaching, being in front of the camera, etc., the more people you can serve, the more people you can help. So, and we do hope that some of you will join us. Those of you watching that are not yet certified in Qigong, maybe you're one of our students, or you're just here because, you know, you heard about this, definitely jot that link down and go and check this out tonight or whenever you're watching this. And you may want to reserve a spot in our upcoming Qigong certification program, where we're taking people deep dive into what's called the flow form. And you will love it. It's you'll see some of the videos on that page that show you what the moves look like, and you're seeing a lot of them today from the instructors here. This is an incredible deep dive for you first, and then whether you want to teach or not is completely optional. Okay. We are now heading on over to visit with Carol.
Yeah, over in Canada.
In Canada.
And Carol's been teaching a lot of different things for a long time. I think she's taught some fitness classes, some yoga classes. She's taught in her backyard. She's taught in the studio. She actually has shared with her mother recently, who is 89 years old, the Good Morning, Good Evening Qigong. Cool. Her leg circulation was challenged, even sitting, and Qigong has really helped. And she says with the short-term memory, every session is new with her mom. And that's like really, really sweet. And she wants to work with other seniors and help them with their chi. And she said she did our 5-day energy detox and reboot, and she joined our dojo, which is our ongoing classes. And when she heard there was a certification, she was like, oh yeah. She does Reiki, crystal healing, and now she loves helping people get more comfortable with moving their body. And she's a real hoot. And you're going to hear a story about how she injured her arm and how quickly she healed it during the certification program.
Okay. Welcome, Carol, to the showcase.
Welcome to my Zen studio, where I practice and teach. I'm Carol. Have a seat and do some seated Qigong with me. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale, spread your hands apart. Soften them on the exhale. Do that a few times and awaken the Qi. Step your feet comfortably apart. Wiggle a little bit. Feel that nice energy flowing as we move the hands, accordion arms. Slowly in as you exhale. Inhale as you open. Move the Qi. I had an incident at the grocery store where I twisted my wrist right in the middle of my Qigong training. I came home and iced it, but but it still felt sore, so I automatically did my Qigong good morning practice. This move helped really open it up. Another one was scooping the beautiful earth chi and slowly bringing it up, all the way up, and then gently tipping it into the top of my head, Shen Valley. Relaxed the shoulders, and I felt energy flowing through my wrist, healing it. Did that 9 times in the practice. Slowly now step your feet together, groom the chi, arms by your side, palms open, and feel that beautiful energy. And you know what? After doing 3 rounds of Qigong, my body felt better, my wrists could move, and I was able to teach my yoga that week. Thank you, Satori Method Qigong. Qi, energy, gong, play. So ready to play with the Qigong. It's so marvelous. Thank you.
I feel very much like I'm just flowing with your voice,
Like
enjoying.
you smoked a cheefer.
I had a cheefer right there. That was great. Thank you so much, Carol. Beautiful job. All right, we have got a couple more folks coming in here to join you for some Qigong and for some shares. Okay, I know who's up next.
Okay.
And I'm excited for everyone to meet Miss Fannie.
Miss Fannie, and she's actually just going to talk to you for a minute about how she stumbled upon Qigong and said yes, and is incorporating it into her coaching practice.
All right, here comes Fannie.
I wanted to share my story. My name is Fannie, and a few years back I had a wake-up call, and I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease, and it was really miserable. And everybody knows how bad it is to have an autoimmune disease. But at the same time, I had seen the name Qigong popping up for me in several places, so I was curious, I was drawn into it, so I decided to explore and start taking classes, and that's when the magic happened. Not long after I started the classes, I started to feel the changes, and I had more energy, started to feel good. I knew I was healing, and practicing Qigong made me feel so good that I kept thinking I had an addiction, because I rushed home from work. I couldn't wait to start practicing, and it has been really amazing. Not only the physical aspects, the energy, the flexibility, but the mental clarity, the joy, it has been remarkable. So this inspired me to want to become a certified teacher. Okay, thank you so much for watching.
Fannie had a background in a little bit of dancing, so when she was first doing Qigong, it was like, woo!
She's
like
very
me.
fluid. Yeah, like flamenco. Yeah.
And so the dancing ended up helping her be very fluid.
Very fluid. Yeah. You didn't get to see Fannie move, but she can move, that lady.
She liked to move it.
We are on our last instructor coming in to visit with you. And this is a beautiful soul. She's super dedicated to the energy arts. I want to share a little bit about Miss Bonnie with you before I introduce her visually. So Miss Bonnie, I think, started with us 5 years ago. 5 years ago through a mutual teacher and friend, our friend Peter Ragnar, and she was a student and saw what we were up to with the Good Morning, Good Evening Qigong, and ended up getting certified to
First
teach
in the flow
this.
form.
First in the flow form, and then later
flow
in
form
Good Morning,
level
Good
2.
Evening Qigong. But before even those certifications, Bonnie was in our Life Force school, and she was going through our classwork and really enjoying something that I learned from being a martial artist, which is earning belts. And so Miss Bonnie decided to join our black belt circle. This is our inner circle. Oops. Let me just move that. It's our black belt circle, where we're taking people through these different levels, learning how to really take care of their physical body, getting strong in their physical form, working on our different coaching processes, how to create through meditation a beautiful life that you love. Anyway, I can't say enough about Miss Bonnie's consistency and dedication. And to me, it's one of the things I respect the most about a human, about a student, is someone who says, you know what, I'm going to do this thing and I'm going to get really good at it. I'm going to dedicate myself to this path. We call it a path of Budo, a path of mastery. Miss Bonnie's on that path. And I might add, she is about to earn, fingers crossed, Miss Bonnie, she's about to earn her black belt in Satori method. Miss Bonnie, come on in right here, right now. Hello there.
Hello.
So great to see you.
Very nice to see you too.
We so appreciate your dedication. We appreciate how much you show up for all the other students in the dojo and how you are spreading the word of Qigong in different ways. I know we saw Janine earlier and you teaching. Now you teach in a school.
She did.
You were teaching children. I'd love for you to speak a little bit about how that evolved and what that was like for you.
Well, the COVID kind of redirected me away from teaching in the schools directly. But when I was there, it was amazing how I could bring the Qigong into classrooms, into high school classrooms, middle school and high school. I got with the teachers because they wanted to have some stress management for their kids and to increase the focus. And it just sort of evolved naturally because I was studying these arts with Satori method, and the school was interested in finding ways to integrate these stress management practices into the school. And so it just happened, you know. And I was working actually in the field of occupational therapy. This was a totally it was a school for all special needs children. And they wanted me to bring my therapy into the classroom so I didn't always have to pull those kids out all the time. And it worked out really great. And we came in and, you know, and I just got to say, Sensei, that with the high school boys, especially the seniors, they were kind of like, what do you want me to do? Stand up and do stuff. And I said, well, I'm going to show you some punches that a black belt taught me. I'm studying with a black belt in martial arts, and he taught me how to throw these punches. And I had total buy-in from them. And it's just wonderful. I got some footage of it and everything, of course, with everyone's consent. But it became a real phenomenon around the school. The teachers kind of got word that I was coming in and doing these things, and the kids liked it and helped their coordination. It helped their focus. It helped them, you know, just be happy. And sooner or later, it kind of dominoed, and I was in a lot of classrooms.
Wow. I love that you bring the martial art component of punching in, because a lot of times people think that Qigong or Tai Chi, for example, are very soft arts, but you know, these are fighting arts as well that were, well, let me just say it this way. The monks, especially like think of back in Shaolin Temple days, if anybody watched the, not the Karate Kid, but the Kung Fu TV series with David Carradine, and you saw the monks fighting and doing these incredible feats of strength, but they were also walking very slowly, like on the rice paper, right? And breathing and flowing and meditating and learning to tap into this life force energy, this chi power. And so they would marry it with these incredible feats of physical strength. Today, what we're seeing is we can take that same power and use it to boost our immune system, use it to be strong from the inside out, use it to show up as a great teacher, use it, in your case, to attract young men who might be interested in learning these arts. So we've got to sometimes, you know, lead with a little bit of candy to get them to say yes to this thing. So I love that you did that. That's super awesome.
Yeah. It was a blessing, and it continues to be a blessing, you know, where Janine and I are teaching online weekly. And it started actually when I was on the ground at this school, because I was interested in, you know, having a class of Qigong, like many of us instructors want to do. And I started online, on the ground with Janine. And when the shutdown happened, March 13th, 2020, we went right online with those classes. And actually I went online with the kids too, because we went boom, right to Zoom classes. And I continued the Qigong with them. So it's, when one follows their thread of light, their little breadcrumbs, you just never know what's going to happen. I didn't know this was going to happen when I started with you 5 years ago. And thank you for honoring me with the belt journey, because talk about transformational.
It's been an incredible journey. And you know what, since this black belt thing's coming up in the near future, I'm going to put you on the spot right now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And we're going to put you into black belt mindset. And I'm going to ask you to demonstrate one movement, maybe two, from your black belt kata. And I want you to do it right now. Are you able to do that?
Do you have pants
on?
on?
Do you have pants on?
These two know me so well. Get ready from the waist up.
I only need to see you from the waist up, really.
Okay, well,
so here's what I want you to do. I'd love for you to do a couple of the teacups and then go into swallow skims the lake. And you could do both sides if you want, but we'd love to watch you do a couple of these moves, teacups into swallow skims the lake. Feel free to step back into the balance technique and then just come to center when you feel that you're done. Cool?
Okay.
All right, have fun.
Okay, can you see me? Okay,
yes.
I didn't set up for.
No, it's perfect. We're good.
Okay. Would you like me to talk through it or just do it?
Just have fun doing it. Okay, I'll talk. I'll narrate. You do it.
But then they.
Okay, I won't talk. You guys just watch Miss Bonnie. Beautiful, perfect, wonderful. When you're ready, feel free to come back into Uji. Thank you for that.
Teacups.
You nailed it. All right, all right. So everybody, we had a little impromptu right there of Miss Bonnie popping in. And I appreciate you doing that. And, that's the black belt mindset that I love seeing in people, is when they're like, you know what? I wasn't expecting that.
Yep.
And okay, bring it. Let's go. That was perfect. Thank you for that. All right, everybody. Thank you all for being here live with us or watching the replay. We've been enjoying your comments in the chat. Here's what I felt from doing this with you today. I saw the power of community in the chat. I saw how much love and appreciation you have for each other.
Yeah.
How supportive you are of each other. How as this energy bonds and connects us through the quantum, if you will, we're all virtual. We're on our devices. We're on laptops. We're on desktops. We're on phones. We're all around the world, and we're connecting, and we're taking something that's ancient, that's thousands of years old, and we're keeping it current, and we're bringing it into this new world that we live in today. And you're part of that.
Yep.
You're part of this movement in consciousness, and we honor you.
Yeah.
And you've honored us today.
Yeah. Because one of the things we always say, we say, be love, serve love, make a difference.
Yes.
And the certification program and being a teacher, whether you're sharing with your family or whether you're sharing as a business, you're still sharing, you're still making a difference. This can really change the vibration of the planet and change the experience that we're all having. And especially right now, in such a time that people are so scared, there's so much anxiety, there's so much unknown, people are trying to figure everything out. When you know how to tap into your energy, how to control your energy, and your norm is to be aligned, right? Because a lot of times before people have a practice like this, the norm is I'm all over the place. I'm scattered. I'm worried. I can't sleep. Oh, when I do my practice, I'm aligned. But through consistency, the norm becomes I'm aligned. And on occasion I get off and then I come back to being aligned. So I just want to thank all of you for helping us with the big mission of sharing this, because it really can make such an impact in the entire world.
That's what we're dedicating our lives to. This work right here, right now. This is everything for us. To learn more about these incredible people, go on over to storymethod.com/instructors. You can see their websites. You can get their contact information. You can learn more about why they do what they do. You got to taste what they're up to today. Follow them on Facebook, get to know them. And if you'd like to join us for a Qigong certification and deep dive personal mastery into these arts, even if you're a beginner, if you've never done it before, this is so perfect for you. We're going to teach you the flow form, and we'll take you all the way up to that point where if you're ready to take the exam, you can
get a full year
to do that with us. And we will be the coaches in your corner. We'll teach you how to do this art the right way.
And we have drastically discounted the price because of our passion with what's going on right now. So if you want to do it, this would be a good time to do it. And I think we're going to end tonight with just showing you a little video. It's probably like 2 minutes long of some of the people who went through the certification and what their experience was.
Well, here we go.
When you offered the certification, I don't know if I'll ever teach it, but I love the idea of mastering it more.
And I was on the fence about doing the certification because I'm certified in yoga, and like you two, I've done everything under the sun, right?
I had my class, my students, and it was just teaching them the same things over and over. And I'm like, as much as I love the form that I practiced, it needed fresh, I needed new, I needed something to challenge my students because it challenged me.
And I've had so many trainings through the years. I've been under so many gurus, masters, teachers.
In the last week, I've stepped away from the mindset of, oh, this is going to better myself and possibly do things for an income. And I looked at it from a place of, this is really for me, and whatever happens from here out will be wonderful. And I felt there was more growth and more enlightenment in it and more movement. I felt more of the energy to it too. So thank you.
I've been in the fitness industry for 30 years, and y'all are exceptional. Every time I could turn y'all on, I knew exactly what to do and where to go with my hands, my feet. So I'm so grateful. Thank you for your talent and your gift.
And you didn't just put out your, predetermined material. You showed up every week, your Facebook posts, your how you would bring your commentary into the next live session. I just am inspired to be a better everything that I am.
Above everybody I've learned from, Qigong and otherwise, you all come at it with passion and emotion and humor and love and joy. And you make me want to continue, and you make me want to practice every day. And I just can't thank you enough.
I too have had many teachers. And what I've most appreciated about you is how it's not just your knowledge that you're teaching, it's your being that you're sharing. And that's what makes it so special.
The joy and the love and the peace and the integrity just radiates off of you. And I have just never felt more good about following someone and letting you serve as really great examples for what I would like to be as a teacher and a coach. And so thank you.
I have never witnessed any teachers like both of you. And thank you so much, certificate or not. I would not have missed this for the world.
I've studied with many great teachers, but I can honestly say hand on heart that you are two of the best teachers I have ever encountered, and I consider myself blessed to have found you. So thank you.
You guys just have the best energy I've ever seen, just emanates out of the two of you. And, it was one of those things where I was just like, I want some of that. So
I'm so grateful for the way you guys teach, both of you, both Tristan and Sabrina, so I just love you guys.
Every manner has changed, and I just want to thank you very much.
So I thank you. You two are examples of being good teachers.
I can't wait to show everybody this. This is amazing. Thank you so much for this honor.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much, guys, and for everything.
Thank you so much. And I just am so appreciative.
Qigong is for me. That's it.
I'm so excited for you to be the one standing in front of the room, hearing from other people how you've made them feel. Because it makes it all worth it.
That's why we do what we do, right? I felt that one. Wow.
Yeah.
To be on point, to be on purpose with why you're here, doing what you're meant to be doing. Those sweet souls just echoed my reason for being with Sabrina and my reason for being here in this moment right now. I made a deal with the divine that this is what I would do if I could be healed. And Sabrina and I are all in together on that deal. It's the Trisbrina effect. So thank you for joining us on what is normally the Trisbrina show. This has been our Qigong showcase for our newly certified instructors. And we would love to meet more of you and get these arts out into the world. This is the mission. This is what we're on. You can hear in those other souls what they're on.
So
and I think we're all pretty high on the energy. SatoriMethod.com/certification. Go get you some. Okay. Yes?
Yes.
Yes, yes, and yes. Thank you, everyone, for being here. So much love. Until next time. Bye now.